Good afternoon and a very happy new year to you. I'm Abby Lee in the KWQC newsroom with your on-the-go headlines for Thursday, January 1st of 2026. New this afternoon, a man was stabbed outside of Project Now in downtown Rock Island last night. According to Rock Island police, a confrontation started inside a tent and then continued outside, where several people saw what happened. Police arrived on scene around 8:45 and found a 30-year-old man with multiple stab wounds. He was taken to Unity Point Trinity Medical Center for treatment. Police arrested 32-year-old Osam Tajer, who has been charged with aggravated battery causing great bodily harm. He has been taken to the Rock Island County Jail. Switching gears now to talking all things 2026. It's the new year, and that means new laws are going into effect in Illinois and Iowa. Here are a few things you'll need to remember. Starting in Iowa today, if you're seen holding a phone while driving, officers will start charging you with a simple misdemeanor, and you'll receive a fine. If distracted driving leads to a crash with injury or death or causes damage, the fines increase. The law went into effect in July last year, but for the past 6 months, officers have only given out warnings. Also starting today, those who use SNAP can no longer buy certain foods like candy, pop, and some prepackaged groceries. And in Illinois, a new law will give nursing mothers paid break time to pump breast milk. The law allows up to 30 minutes of paid break time and applies for up to 1 year after a child is born. Another law is aimed at lowering prescription drug costs. The law caps out-of-pocket costs for prescription inhalers and epinephrine auto-injector twin packs. It also requires insurance companies to cover brand-name drugs when generic options aren't available. Also, the State Gun Storage Act goes into effect. This law requires gun owners to store guns in a locked container, making them inaccessible to anyone other than the owner. And if your gun is stolen, you have to now report it within 48 hours of discovering it, rather than the previous 72 hours. If you violate this new law, you could face a fine of up to $10,000. We have all these new laws on our news app and website. For many of us, the new year is a time to set new goals, but following through is often easier said than done. We've gathered some tips on setting and keeping those New Year's resolutions. Experts say most resolutions start strong, but without a plan, many goals fade just after a few weeks. So what can you do to turn a resolution into a real habit? First, you want to keep your goals realistic and specific. Start small. Instead of trying to change everything at once, break your goal into manageable steps. Next, writing your goal down and sharing it with a friend or family member can help you keep accountable. And if you miss a day, don't give up. Experts say consistency matters more than perfection. So whether your resolution is about your health, your finances, or just making more time for the people you love, the key is giving yourself grace and sticking with it. And a good reminder is that it's not about doing everything perfectly, just keeping at it. Now look at the weather in the Quad Cities area. We're off to a cold start this year with temperatures in the teens and wind chills in the single digits, but at least we have some sunshine on the way. Highs this afternoon will only top out in the 20s in most locations despite the sun. Moving forward, there isn't any big system this weekend, so temperatures will slowly warm back into the 30s on Saturday and eventually near 40 on Sunday. Looking ahead to next week, above normal temperatures are likely, with many days in the 40s ahead of what looks like to be an active stretch by the end of the week. Models aren't in any sort of agreement yet, but the timing and track of each system will dictate rain or snow chances by next weekend. So stay tuned. And as always, stay with the First Alert Weather team for updates by downloading the KWQC First Alert Weather app. That wraps up your on-the-go headlines for Thursday, January 1st of 2026. In the KWQC newsroom, I'm Abby Lee.